Well, good morning, everybody, and thank you so much for tuning on in to our Valley News Now desk this morning. We are taking a look outside at the Red River Valley Fairgrounds there. You can see lots of snow on the ground after those recent winter events we've had move on in. And remember, it is cold out there. We're sitting at 2 degrees right now here in Fargo. I want to break down in just 1 second what we're looking at for today as well as the rest of the week. One more time, though, thank you so much for joining us here on our Valley News Now desk. My name is Alex Larson. So we're going to kick things off again, talking about that and just that, our weather. So I'm going to hop on over to our website, get my screen ready to share with you. And I'm over here on the Valley News Live website. All I did was go to the homepage, weather tab. There you go. Windy, chilly Wednesday in wake of a clipper. Daily snow chances return tomorrow through next week. Again, 2 degrees we're sitting at here in Fargo. And honestly, it's not going to get much better than this today. We're only going to hop up to 7 degrees. That's going to be around that 4 o'clock hour. Sunny, mostly sunny. I mean, at least better than a snowstorm. Would you rather be really cold outside, temperature, not like you yourself, but the weather? Would you rather it be really cold or extremely snowy, but still cold, of course? I don't know. I think I would go cold. Snow, driving, ugh. Anyways, we're going to look at our snow chances here for the next 7 days. You can see we got an isolated threat for a little towards the weekend as well. And Monday and Tuesday, that's going to pick back up several rounds of light snow. And then again, Wednesday, wow, lots of snow coming our way. Today, we're looking at more sun than clouds, AM northwesterly breeze, and frigid temperatures. And check out this temperature trend. Remember when we were all the way up here? That was awesome. Or like 2 weeks ago when we were 60 degrees on that Friday, or 63, we broke a record. Excuse me, that was crazy. Now we're sitting at 2 degrees. That's insane. 7-day planner here. Whoopsies. Scroll back down. There we go. Tomorrow, it will get better, okay? So today, not going to get much better, but remember there's a relief in sight tomorrow as well as Friday. We're looking at low 20s. Flurries, windy though. I mean, tomorrow the low is going to be -9, but Friday 15 for a low. That's not too bad. That's more than double what we're looking at for today's high. We're going to scroll on through the week. You can see next Tuesday we're sitting at 29, and we're going to stay in those 20s. I mean, weekend it's going to cool down for Saturday and Sunday for the 6th and the 7th, and then it's going to heat back up as much as it can throughout next week. So not looking too bad. I mean, not a crazy snowstorm that we're looking at, but we do have that those clippers moving in. And remember, you can send us your weather pictures here. Show us what you're looking at for snowfall. Oh, that's a beautiful picture from Carol there in New York Mills 5 days ago. And yeah, you can do that. Click here, add your media. You can share whatever photos you want to share with us here through Zoom. And maybe we'll use them in our newscast. You never know. And everything that you see on our shows, that you see on our Valley News Now desk that I'm showing you on our website, you can also get your hands on that through the VNN weather app. It's free, forecast right at your fingertips. First Alert Storm Team can have that radar follow you no matter where you go. So even if you leave the Red River Valley, we're still able to give you those forecasts, okay? So again, free in the App Store, easy to use. No matter if you got an iPhone or an Android, you can get your hands on that. Pretty cool. Moving on to our news portion of this segment, the Trump administration is launching a federal investigation into allegations that Minnesota tax dollars were diverted to a terrorist organization, while also directing immigration enforcement to target undocumented Somali immigrants in the Twin Cities. The moves are drawing sharp reactions from both state and local officials. Valley News Team's Ethan Kramer has our story.
Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent announced Monday his department is investigating Minnesota. The allegation state tax dollars were diverted to the terrorist group Al-Shabaab. Bessent blamed Governor Tim Walz and the Biden administration for feckless mismanagement.
I'm glad and I welcome the U.S. Treasury investigating and looking into where these fraudulent dollars are going, and I look forward to learning more.
This beautiful place, and I see these people ripping it off, and now I'm understanding, and you're going to look at that, Scott. I hear they ripped off Somalians, ripped off that state for billions of dollars.
But Democratic State Senator Rob Kupek disputes the allegations.
You know, this is out of something from 2018 that was largely debunked. There was one of the Twin Cities news organizations put out a story. The Office of the Legislator General looked into this, or the legislator inspector, and they looked into it. They found no evidence at all.
Minnesota has the nation's largest Somali population of 87,000 people. Multiple news outlets are reporting ICE will begin raids on undocumented Somali immigrants in the coming days. Last month, President Trump ended deportation protections for Somalis. The planned immigration enforcement drew sharp criticism from Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Fry.
Targeting Somali people means that due process will be violated. Mistakes will be made. And let's be clear, it means that American citizens will be detained for no other reason than the fact that they look like they are Somali.
President Trump also commented on the Somali community.
And they contribute nothing. The welfare is like 88%. They contribute nothing. I don't want them in our country, I'll be honest with you, okay? Somebody would say, oh, that's not politically correct. I don't care.
State Senator Rob Kupek worries about the impact on the community.
I think that, particularly I have concerns that when you go after, one certain community like this, that this brings up, stereotypes.
State Senator Jordan Rasmussen sees it differently.
Unfortunately, Governor Walz and Minnesota Democrats have been pushing to turn Minnesota into a sanctuary state that would encourage illegal immigration here to our communities.
Ethan Kramer, Valley News Live.
Okay, so we're going to continue to follow this story for you as it develops, of course. You can stay tuned on that over on your VNN News app, where everything you see on this desk that you see in our shows, even on our Facebook page, you can get your hands on that there. We're able to send you push notifications when things come out, too, that we feel that you should be aware of. So, good tool to have. Some more news here. Former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin, convicted in the death of George Floyd, is seeking a new state trial. His attorney filing a document on November 20th asking to vacate convictions and order a new trial. Chauvin alleges prosecutorial misconduct and false expert testimony. Defense claims police officials allegedly lied about training and expert-based testimony on videotapes, not autopsy findings. Chauvin is currently serving a 22.5-year sentence. Meanwhile, local dispensaries are assessing potential impacts following the bill that ended the federal government shutdown. So what's going on here? Buried in that bill are provisions to ban products derived from hemp. Signed into law in November, any hemp-derived product with more than 0.4 milligrams of THC would now be illegal. That includes things like THC drinks, gummies, candies, or sodas. Area shops are following this congressional action and say the shutdown could affect product lines.
It just kind of seems like anytime there's some sort of government get together, they add another hoop for us, regardless of how relevant it was to what they were doing.
Provisions set to take effect in November of 2026. And a devastating garage fire in Detroit Lakes Monday afternoon left a home with significant damage and a family mourning the loss of a beloved pet. Call coming in just before 3 o'clock. When fire crews got there, they found an attached garage fully engulfed in flames southeast of town. Nobody was home, but there were 2 dogs inside the garage. Crews were able to rescue one, but the other did not make it out. Fire chief tells us the home has significant smoke and water damage. Cause of the fire is under investigation. And snowplow crashes are already up this winter after 5 snowplows were hit in the state of North Dakota. With that, the North Dakota Department of Transportation is asking you to be more careful out on the roads. While NDDOT takes care of our major roadways, it is the city of Fargo who takes care of your neighborhood and downtown streets. Those narrow streets, though, the city says can make plow drivers' jobs more dangerous.
It is a big concern when we're out there operating. We need as much room as we possibly can. You know, our operators are great. They're very good at what they do, but in those tight situations, you know, it can be very difficult to make corrections when you start slipping and sliding.
Public Works tells us there was an incident on Monday when someone ran into one of their vehicles. While the city's vehicle was not damaged because it was so big, they tell us the other vehicle unfortunately does have some damage. And you're being invited to attend a memorial service today for Marine veteran Ricky A. Boyd. Boyd died with no known family members, and the service is being held at 2 o'clock at the Fargo National Cemetery. Cass County Veteran Services Office is asking you for your support and attendance. They want to make sure Boyd receives proper recognition for his military service. Fargo National Cemetery, though, that's going to be located at 8709 40th Avenue North in Harwood. And your holiday packages are at risk. Scammers, they are stepping up their game, looking to steal your Christmas gifts right off of your front porch. So this did happen in North Fargo, and a family caught this all on camera. Someone put on a UPS delivery vest, you can see it here, posing as a delivery driver, and then stole their package. They stole 3 gunslings that were worth $100. Family filed a report with police, UPS, and the retailer, but they haven't heard back.
I was pretty disgusted. I posted it to Facebook and had to kind of control what I wrote, as angry as I was.
UPS says you can use their app to let your driver know when and where to leave your package, such as a back door or with a neighbor. In the meantime, though, if you do know who this person is, call Fargo Police. Since the package was delivered by U.S. Postal Service, federal mail theft charges can apply here. That carries penalties of up to 5 years in prison and a $250,000 fine. Wow. Over in Thief River Falls, several kittens are fighting for their lives after a frightening discovery in Pennington County. These kittens, let's pull up video of them here. Oh my goodness. They were found rescued after being found in the garbage. The Pennington County Humane Society says the animals are now receiving medical care, warmth, and cleaning at the shelter. Sanitation employees kept the kittens safe, warm, and fed before they were transferred. Kittens are undergoing initial medical evaluations right now. Pretty cute there. Let's click through that video. Oh, goodness. And moving on here, holiday spirit shining pretty bright, very bright over in Broadway Square in downtown Fargo. Annual holiday tree lighting brought festivities to the valley. Santa and Mrs. Claus leading that countdown to illuminate the magnificent 32-foot tree, kicking off the season with the sparkle. Attendees enjoying live holiday music, visits with reindeer and warm fire pits. Ice rink, that's also open for business now. That was the opening to that, so you can enjoy that for the rest of the winter season. Also added to the joyful atmosphere as well. Check out those reindeer. I had no idea they were bringing in reindeer for that. Pretty cool, huh? Well, that's about all I got for you here on this, what are we at, Wednesday? We are halfway through the week, Wednesday morning. Remember, you can find this streaming at around that 7:30 time frame on our weekdays. If you download that VNL News app, I'm able to send you a push notification right then and there when I fire this thing up, so you're able to stay in the loop and in the know with your morning recap. And throughout the day, we'll send you push notifications whenever we've got this thing running. So again, that's all I got for you here on this Wednesday. I hope you have a great rest of your day and an even better rest of